No, I think it's interesting that while the show deals with the Holocaust and deals with the rise of Nazis, Hitler's name is never mentioned. We don't see a swastika until the very late in the show. It's not a story about them so much as it is about them lurking there and in the shadows. And I think that's a really unique way to tell that story. It is a dark chapter in history. But Cabaret is set at that middle time where the First War had ended, and with the establishment of the Weimar Republic, censorship had gone away, and artists were fleeing to Berlin because it was an opportunity to express themselves in ways that they'd never been able to before. It was the place to go if you were an artist. And that's part of the beauty and pain of the story. Is it's a celebration of life, and it's a celebration of everyone. Cliff, one of, I guess, the hero of our story, the American author, based on Christopher Isherwood, and Christopher Isherwood himself was a gay man, and he moved to Berlin in 1930 specifically because he knew that it was an accepting place for homosexuals, and it was an opportunity for him to explore and embrace and come to terms with his sexuality, and that was not uncommon. In fact, I read a journal from the time, kind of a review of one of these cabarets, and the author even talks about how if it's your first time here, you need to know that there's a game everyone plays where they look around and they try to figure out who's really a lady and who's really a man, because everyone was playing around with wearing whatever they wanted to and doing makeup in whatever way they wanted to. Sexuality, gender was fluid. Nothing was forbidden, nothing was taboo. One of the performance artists that we've based Sally off of was a woman named Anita Berber, who would walk around public with nothing but her fur coat that she would leave open, with her pet monkey on her shoulder and her flower brooch that was filled with cocaine. And that's who she was. And she performed in these clubs, and if you didn't give her the response that she wanted, there were times that she would smash a champagne bottle on audience members' heads. And it was crazy and dangerous, but also exciting and passionate and inspiring, all these things. And it was a party, so to be able to capture that feel, knowing that they all think it's a party that never ends, but we know that it's a party that ends with the deaths of millions. So it's a really unique way to look at this dark chapter in history that we as a society have to keep asking ourselves, how did Hitler happen? And I don't know if we'll ever have an answer for that, but it's a question that we can't stop asking. There was something like, during the time of our show, there were, I think, 620 sex businesses that were open, and that's not counting the underground ones, and that's just within the city of Berlin. And the mob and the mafia and like the money laundering and just I could do research on this play for years, and I can direct it 6 more times, and I will still be finding new information to bring. It's just wonderful.